Okay, after you've made your groups, you may want to assign projects. The projects are very similar to the book lists from last year. Go ahead and click on the Classroom menu and go to the Projects section. You can find projects from the cloud here in this button that looks like the cloud. I'm going to create a new project so I can assign books to students in reading groups. So I'm going to call this project Nuts and Bolts of Nonfiction. And the description to students will be the reading target, which is to use text structures to explain events in chronological order. Okay, so I might put sequencing as a tag. And I'm going to go ahead and copy this and put this down here also at the project objective. I'm going to go ahead and add a reading task. When I add a reading task, I can go ahead and give students one assignment within the whole nuts and bolts area. So the title will be Recipe, and the task objective will be to be able to read and sequence events in order to build Frito pie. Oops, it's spelled Frito. Okay, I'm going to disable the audio. I'm going to disable sentence reading and disable word highlighting because this is a just right book. I don't want it to read it to them. And now I'm going to manage the books. So I've already pre-selected a book. It's called Walk Around Tacos, and it goes specifically for the text that we're looking for. So let's see if we can find it. And there it is, Walk Around Tacos and Other Likeable Lunches. So I select that. And you can keep scrolling down, but I usually just click off and then it shows up. And then I'll go ahead and hit the X. And now we have a reading task that's available. You can also add a writing test now with the new project, so you can have a title like, What Would Happen If You Forgot the Bag of Chips? What would you do? And then my friends are going to have to respond. I can either give them a word goal that I want them to respond in 50 words, and they have 10 minutes to do that. And if I want to give the peer review, that's awesome. So I'm going to also just keep adding, describe the task, what you would do if you didn't have an ingredient. Okay, so go ahead and add the item. So now I've got two assignments. I've got a reading task and a writing task, and it's available to my students, and I'm going to hit save. And now I need to assign it to a reading group. So you can assign it to a group, or You can assign it to specific students. So I'm going to assign it to my leopards. And if you do the course select, you assign it just to the specific reading group. If you want to stick with your whole class, you can do just your homeroom. So that's the difference between classes and groups. So I'm going to assign it just to the leopards and hit apply. And now my friends the leopards are assigned that task.